friends. Welcome to another article from the blog Learning, Creating, and Connecting. Today, I'm going to talk about Boundaries Dilemma, a symbiotic tale. I am Cynthia Arce, your coach. What could we learn about boundaries from kombucha? A lot. From making, drinking, researching, and even understanding what it is. There's much fear associated with ingesting live organisms and with reasoning. They're microorganisms and microorganisms. Some do us good, some not. Some need the right environment to partner with our bodies, specifically our gut lining. The SCOBY, SCOBY, which produces kombucha, is a partnership itself. It is a symbiotic colony of bacteria and yeast, which means bacteria and yeast work together to benefit each other mutually. As a consequence of the fermentation, the product of the successful interaction releases probiotic bacteria that contribute to our gut health like other fermented foods. As a researcher, I would be skeptical if I relied only on the inferred benefits from published studies and if kombucha and other fermented foods had no practical evidence for my and my family's health. I won't cover the personal benefits in this article, but I just wanted to highlight that the benefits outweighed the challenges for me. Kombucha is not as challenging to make and maintain as many people think. Back to symbiotic colony and boundaries. It all started with the February 15, 2025 Weekly Wonder. To the benefit of those who have not read it, here it is. How do you set boundaries? Why boundaries? Wonders happen within boundaries. What? When I asked my child what she knew about boundaries, she answered, "My space." Her answer was a question, as if she meant to explore and expand her understanding. Spatial boundaries are the ones we more readily see and feel, so it is sensible to be the ones we notice and take action. It is intriguing. What boundaries are present, visible, and invisible, and what is my part in setting, maintaining, or adjusting them? I have always been fascinated by the diverse yet coordinated processes of cellular development and how cells communicate with one another to form tissues, organs, and systems that operate as one. Most, if not all, cell membranes have protein complexes that serve as selective gates, allowing specific molecules to enter or exit the cell. Intra- and intercellular signaling coordinates the what, when, and how. It is a beautiful yet complex process. Today, I mean to focus the boundaries analogy to the selective nature of cell membranes and compare it to a porous cloth, like in the image above. I invite you to take a moment to contemplate. And here there's an image of some boundaries feel just right. See where I'm going? It is fascinating to think how complex the interaction between the organisms might be for a thriving symbiotic colony to take shape. Cells must constantly communicate. Permission is a mutual agreement, so a win-win situation is possible. And a third win for the system and environment is generated. It is beautiful. Somehow, they had to get to know each other. Learn the gifts each one could potentially bring to the table and then set boundaries. What? Yes, boundaries. Imagine if there were no boundaries. How would they know if they went too far, like engaging in abusive behaviors that would harm the partner? How would they know how far they could go to take advantage of each other's gifts? And here's a picture of Ivy written, "Some boundaries are inexistent." There's another picture here where some boundaries are clear with water and forest. When boundaries are not respected, each party stops contributing their best. In the case of kombucha, acetic acid is produced when fermentation happens, which prevents pathogenic to humans bacteria from growing. Imagine if one of the parties breaks the agreement and kombucha stops making acetic and other acid. Yes, other opportunistic organisms would take over and there would be no more health benefits from kombucha. And here's a picture of a puzzle and a little seedling growing within, thriving or surviving. I invite you to stop here, step back, and zoom out to check the parallels with your relationships. Are they respectful, supportive, and helping you thrive? If not, check the boundaries of this relationship. Is there anything that needs adjustment? It is a long journey, so do not despair. Let's walk one step at a time. What is your first step? How do you feel about contributing to society and a higher purpose if you are confident in your boundaries? Where are you at? Be wonderful. See you next time.